Well, now let's get the latest this morning from our reporter Thuba Vilane, who's joining us with an update after those heavy winds and huge waves led to the closure of Durban's North Beach yesterday. Thuba, what is the situation like this morning? Are things calmer now in Durban's North Beach?
Good morning, Dan. As we are saying, we're coming to you from Durban North Beach, which we saw rough seas and high tide yesterday, which mostly affected the area, which include the prominent, even the parking, which is nearby here, were also badly affected by the heavy, the high tides yesterday that we saw. The whole event started around 4 in the afternoon, which left the area like this. But we're not clear for now what happened. We're only hearing that it was due to the cyclone that was coming from Madagascar. But to get us information, to give us information of what really happened, with Thembukos Ngcobo, who is the head of eThekwini Municipality Parks and Recreation. Babu Ngcobo, good morning, if you can tell us what happened.
It's round about 1 yesterday. We received a call from Shark Sport. Shark Sport is responsible for the management of our shark nets on the sea. So they told us that they seem to have a feeling that there's a high winds and the nets are unstable, and it will therefore, in terms of their own recommendation, to keep members of the public bathing on the beach. So we then decided to close the beaches around about 2-3 yesterday, and an hour after that, then it proved to have been a correct decision because the promenade, as you see it now, was pounded heavily. It was waterlogged, and also the infrastructure, as you can see, was also moved. And we're told that the high soils were caused by the high winds, which apparently are a cause or a result of a cyclone Inoa that hit Madagascar some few days ago. So that is the effect that we are now suffering. As a result of that, then we decided to close the beaches yesterday, and even now they remain closed. We're making an assessment of the situation, and from the damages that we see here, which were quite extensive, I think it's going to be taking us anything between a week and 2 to reverse the situation. I am told that even the underground pipings have been exposed, so we're going to make an assessment and see what sort of effect will that have in terms of the service provision in this area.
Babu Ngcobo, we are also seeing people who are still around the beach and who came to see what happened. The situation, the seas, the tide are still rough. Is this not danger to a human life, more especially to these people who are around here?
I've just given a directive that they must mobilize our law enforcement officers to move these people out, because that's what people did even yesterday when we gave a warning to tell them that bathing has been stopped with immediate effect. Some of them continued to take pictures and so forth, and that is why you had 3 people at least that were injured yesterday. 2 of them treated on site and 1 had to be taken to hospital. So we want to avoid the danger, because people have never seen how rough the sea can be and how dangerous it can be, and also that when it moves out, as it happened yesterday, it actually moves with the whole infrastructure, so they may find themselves injured by these walls and bricks that you see around the promenade. So we're going to be taking an action to ensure that nobody goes against the directive that we have already issued.
This is not the first incident, Babu Ngcobo. Last year, something like this happened. Are we seeing the trend in around this area, and are people who are living in this area safe?
We were discussing that because these things used to happen like once after so many years, but now it is continuing to become a regular occurrence, and that is worrying all of us. And I'm sure it will have something to do with the change in climate and the effects of that. So yes, we're monitoring the situation, but it seems to us now that we need to begin to get used to the fact that these things are now going to be a regular occurrence, and steps have to be taken to ensure that members of the public are safe and that also reduce the effects.
Thank you very much, Babu Ngcobo. As Babu Ngcobo was saying that the municipality is still doing the assessment of the damage that was caused by these high tides yesterday. We will wait when they're done with their assessment, and they will inform us when the beach will be open to beachers. Back to you, Dan.
Thank you very much. Our reporter on the Durban North Beach. Looks like it's calmer, definitely, than yesterday, but still closed to swimmers this morning. That's Thuba Vilane.